What's up, everybody? Welcome to ARS Next Up, Talladega, which always tends to bring a crowd. I am Mike McElroy, and I'm hanging out with you in the broadcast booth by my lonesome right now. Everybody else is taking care of some family stuff. They're getting on, but they're getting on late, so it'll just be me hanging out with you guys tonight. But you know what that means? To entertain myself, I'm gonna have to talk to a lot of drivers. So I might do green flag interviews. I might do yellow flag interviews. I might do a lot of stuff. I might just be hanging out by my lonesome. Who knows? But we do have 80 laps right now around Talladega that we're going to be shooting for. We're going to get these guys gridded up here in just a minute. They're still qualifying at this very moment. They've got, exactly 0 seconds left in qualifying. So let me mute race chat. All right, let's get into the full screen grid real quick and see where everybody's going to be stacking up for you tonight. Terrible camera angle. All right, Jack Clemens. Nick Sipple is already disqualified. Next-gen drivers are not allowed to qualify in the NEXTUP series. So he's not there. So P2 will be Jonathan Evans, Caden Dietrich, Tyler Lonan, Brian Hicks. Rounding out the top 5. Everybody's going to be one off due to that qualification. Dylan Drawling, Drew Jawad, Noah Swafford, Zach Zaldivar, Matt Frady, Adam Dow, Jonathan Dolly, Clay Sarton, Zachary Beekman, Matthew Heel, Jerron Valley, Sam Hins, Gregory Everett, Jake Nipperis, Brandon Bass, Perrin Huggins, Sean Anderson. As you start to see us get into these 3-digit numbers, that's going to be all your next-gen drivers at the back of the pack here. Sam Demian, Dylan Falovich, Jonathan Swartz, Casey Herring, Christopher Pinder, Joshua Parrott, Travis DeLeon, Ryan Tiller, Casey Brown, Andrew Tenold, Alex Chira, Chad Adams, Kevin Ritchie, Doug Azell, and following it up at the very end, Wyatt Garrett. John Alex, appreciate the follow. Thanks for coming out, man. All right, so with that being said, let's get into the race day that's going to be going on for you tonight. 80 laps, like I said. These guys are about to take the grid here in just a second. I'm pretty sure they've all been given a pre-race speech. If not, I'll go ahead and give it to them here in just a second. I'm going to let you guys hang out, and we're going to get this out lap done, and I'll be back in just a second. All right, drivers, welcome. For those of you who are brand new here, welcome to Talladega. Hell of a first race to attend. We got 40 of you guys out here, or sorry, 39 of you out here. So please, next-gen drivers, make sure you know that all the penalties you accrue here will be tailored over to your next-gen series. So please be careful out here. It's not your race to race. It's the Next Up race. All the Next Up drivers, hope you guys have fun out here. If you need anything, just ask your admins. They're going to be in the booth. Don't forget, when you see a wreck, call it out, number of cars and where it's located. And we will help you get that taken care of. Other than that, hope you all have a good race. We do clear some black flags, like getting wrecked into the pits or passing a down car under yellow. Please feel free to pass them and go pit. We'll clear that black flag for you. Other than that, yeah, good luck. Everything we do here is for charity, so if y'all have like $1 or $2, feel free to throw it at the NASCAR Foundation for us. Links can be found in the Discord. Appreciate y'all. All right, welcome back. I got my pre-race taken care of. You guys probably heard some of it. All right, so Jake Clemens is going to take us over to the start-finish line here in the restart zone, the Geico restart zone. Jonathan Evans, he's going to be up there with him. We're all going to be hanging out. I'm going to get this music turned down so you guys can hear the roar of the engines coming at you. Let's catch up on chat real quick. RIP Nick Sipple. Yep, he's out. Bad Wolfall gifted a tier 1 to Captain Fronto. Appreciate the gifted sub, man. Pin said, drag me in the booth. Pinder, I cannot do that right now because I have so many windows open. I'm not going to be able to do that for you. You have to manually get yourself over here to the booth. Alan Akbar says, holla for a dollar. Wrong stream, bud. Wrong stream. I know there's streams you'd be watching. There's your time and tower. We are about to get into it here in just a second. These guys on the outlap are all talking amongst each other. Here's a good piece of information that a lot of people do not know. We have a lot of next-gen drivers in here, and the next-gen drivers put a lot of risk when they come into these races because all their penalty points count towards the Next Gen Series. So even though they're going to come out here and have some fun, I see something going on towards the back here. Just a little bit of checkup. Jack Clemens, though, we're going to pull into the restart zone. And we are officially underway. 80 laps, Talladega. This race tonight is called the Panda Miranda Talladega 210. Want to give a big shout out to Doug Azell for sponsoring this race. You guys can sponsor a race as well if you go check it out in our Discord. All race naming rights are up for auction. You can get them anytime, any place, if there's some available. Going back to the field, we've got a pretty distinct second pack here starting to form. These guys might just be biding their time. There are going to be a lot of next-gen trucks out here in this back of the pack. Travis DeLeon's back here. Jonathan Swartz, Ryan Tiller. Back up to the front, though, Caden Dietrich has now taken over the lead. Brian Hicks pushing. 38 of Drew Joie right behind them. I know a lot of these guys are actually, I wouldn't directly call them teammates, but they are all hanging out together, so I think tonight they might be teammates. 2 laps down. No, I don't want to jinx it. Let's just say it's staying green. Perrin Huggins back here. Currently a fierce competitor in the Next Gen Series. Already has, I believe, 2 wins to his name. Talladega always tends to draw the crowd, and Perrin has come out here in that 124 race EPI car. Brian Hicks, now your new leader. Caden Dietrich up top, so that gets a push to the front by Drew Joie. We are looking good. Dylan Dreiling, he's the 3rd car on the outside line. Known for his super speedway finesse out here. He should be able to keep it up here in the front. That's 100%. Even though Buick never made a truck. I've got you on mute. I've got you on muted now, Pinder, so nobody even heard that.
Aw, devastating.
Are you still out there in the field?
Yeah, I started from the pits.
Started from the pits. Pinder's going to be our in-truck race reporter. He's all the way back here in 38th. Holding it down. 38 trucks now after the disqualification.
Looks like Tiller's off pace. Hopefully I can pick up with him.
We went 3 wide there for a little bit. We might go 3 again. As the front pack, even though it's lap 3, they are getting impatient and appear to be wanting to make some moves up here to the front.
That's a risky move here at Talladega. Still 80 laps left to go. Or 76, sorry.
Yeah, and Brian Hicks is getting pushed by the blinker himself, Drew Joie. He seems to have got it under control there. It was just a real quick blink. Jack Clements up to the front, getting pushed by Caden Dietrich, not Hendrick. Wrong guy. Drew Joie is going to go ahead and drop out. There's still plenty of race for him to get the connection issues figured out. So now's the time to drop out rather than later on in the race. Starting to get a little bit more single file. We're getting pretty tight up here. That number 95 of Zachary Beekman kind of slid up there a little bit. Almost took out some guys in the top lane. They've all got it back under control now. The 67. I see him jumping out a little bit further back. That's going to be the 167 of Doug Azell, also the sponsor of this race. Shout out to Doug. Pinder, how's the comms going, man? What's it looking like? Everybody pretty cool?
Everything's pretty cool and cordial. Like, it's a very calm race so far. I guess there was a little bit of calamity at the start of the race, but everyone seems to have gotten over it.
Yeah, I saw some checking up and stuff going on. I'm pretty sure they've all got it figured out now. Brandon Bass out here, Josh Perrin in front of him, Sean Anderson back there. Right now, Perrin Huggins, though, is sitting P7 in that 124 car. After being a next-gen driver and starting from damn near the back, he has moved his way up significantly. Oh, we've got our first 3 wide. The 95 stuck in the middle, Zachary Beekman. The 13 bounces out. They had a little bit of door banging going on. The 13 is going to be Adam Dow. He has a spot to fall back in line, but he's just going to wait it out. Let the 67 of Doug Gazelle get back up front, and then fall right in line back behind him. Drew Joie, you can still see him blinking back there a little bit. Brian Hicks now holding down the lead with Dylan Dreiling in tow. These guys should be able to hold this for at least the next 60 laps before it gets crazy. At least.
One thing Talladega is known for is clean racing and very few mistakes.
Yeah, hardly any. I don't think I've ever seen a wreck here, to be honest with you.
Yeah. We should probably pull this off the Super Saturday track list, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just not exciting. It's slow driving around a circle track. It's kind of, everybody's bumper to bumper just because everybody's driving so slow. What's the fuel mileage looking like, Fender?
I got 9 laps of fuel left.
45 of Andrew Tennell. Looks like he jumped out to start a third lane there for a second with Doug Gazelle, but they chose not, and he's going to go back out. Doug Gazelle's going to join him. Beekman is losing his mind in the middle lane right now. He is that 95 car, the Sunny D.
That's the worst feeling. Get stuck in the middle. It's like a vacuum bringing you back.
He was wobbling. He wasn't even stuck in the middle yet. He just saw it coming and started losing his shit. We're getting a little bit more finicky up here with the 13 of Adam Dahl. He got a little bit of the wiggles. He's recollected it, though. 38 of Drew Joie is just kind of hanging out, staying in the draft. I haven't seen him blink in about a lap. So not sure if it's fully under control, though. Sam Hin's underneath them. Those two are just kind of hanging out at the back of this first pack. Everybody else after that, you can see it's pretty single file from there on back. All the way back to, let's see, Travis is in this group. And then Clay Sarton bringing up the rear. These guys are all just kind of staying in line. And then Matt Frady, 4 seconds behind, is leading this second pack. And I believe every car is in this second pack, minus Ryan Tiller and Christopher Pender, who are currently 42 seconds behind the leaders, which a lap time here is about, what is it in draft? Is it about 49 seconds?
I think about 50. I think we're about 3 seconds off the pace.
That's going to be rough. Perrin Huggins, your new leader up front. Drop down in front of Brian Hicks. Dylan Dreiling still connected to Brian Hicks. We are still 3 wide. The car on the outside is Andrew Tenold with no help. He's got choices here. Can he jump back in line? 13 of Adam Dahl is going to close up that gap. Andrew Tenold's going to have to find a spot quick before he falls any further back. He's not going to take it right now, though. He winds up staying in that high line. I think he's just dropping back. I think he realizes that there's a lot more race to go. And he has fallen all the way to the back. Brian Hicks now back in the lead. Perrin Huggins has fallen back to 4th. I hate to stay on the leaders, but I really want to see what happened here. Perrin Huggins was in the lead. On the backstretch, Brian Hicks, Dylan Dreiling, and the 64 of Tyler Lawnon just jumped out in unison and took back the lead. Back live. Zachary Beekman on that outside line trying to get back up to the front in the 95. Oh, we got a little bit of wobbling coming from Dylan Dreiling. So far, good racing.
I didn't see that coming with my call.
I would have for sure thought within the first 10. Within the first 10, we would have had something. Because, it usually takes one before they all settle down.
And I was like, the next-gen guys are going to be in a hurry to get to the front. They think they're better. Going to cause a caution. Nope, didn't work out for me.
No, everybody's kind of... And to be honest with you, like, let's see how much we can get zoomed out here. I mean, going through the field, like, we are double wide pretty far back. Which is shocking because, I mean, you would expect some mistakes to happen. But these guys are pretty much holding it down. Zachary Beekman doesn't look like he's taking the pushes too well. Every time he gets bumped, he gets a little off-center. More blinking happening from the 13 of Adam Dahl. I believe that is the white car. Drew Jawa has now fallen further back as he is currently sitting. Where'd he go? There he is. The number 38. He has fallen back to P20, which is not a bad spot to be in. Especially since it's still the lead pack. The biggest thing with his blinking right now is he doesn't want to fall out of the lead pack. He just wants to be safe enough for everybody else where he can hang out in the back, but if he loses this lead pack in the process, that's what's really gonna hurt his chances.
That can be a struggle in these trucks. They don't suck up the same way a next gen does.
Are you guys still off pace right now?
We're about to pick up CJ Almond. So one more truck won't hurt us.
Ooh, CJ Almond blinking a little bit. He is currently 9 laps down. I don't know what has happened to him. The truck looks fine.
I think he lost his packet.
Unfortunate. But you guys are 49 seconds. You're entering turn 1 right now as the leaders are full force right behind you. What'd you say the fuel run was looking like?
I got 3 laps of fuel left.
3 laps of fuel left. That means you guys may be able to stay on the same lead lap because the pit stop strategy should start happening here any minute.
They might have more fuel than us, though, eh?
Not the leaders.
No.
Brian Hicks has been pretty much in the lead the entire time, so unless he's been letting off since he's got teammates behind him, I'm not sure if he's actually been fuel saving. They're going to peel off right now. Brian Hicks comes down. Oh, Zachary Beekman loses it. Goes into the grass. He's going to have to get that reconfigured. Going to wind up having to serve a penalty if he can't get it past the yellow flag. He goes all the way around. Good on him. Tyler Lonan, Dylan Dreiling, they're all in the pits now. Teammates sticking together. Probably just a simple gas and go. Perrin Huggins, your new leader, getting pushed by Jonathan Evans. Another force to be reckoned with in the Next Up series. He's been doing really well. Current leader
this time, CJ,
of the Next Up series, I believe, is still Casey Herring. And he is just kind of floating that back here in P18. He's going to bring it down to the pits now. He's the number 23 car. He's gotten to race in a few next-gen races. Due to his standings currently in the Next Up series, the 27 goes around. Pit road, that's what happens when everybody tries to pit at one time. Matthew Hill currently in the lead by himself. Everybody else on pit road. If everything works out in the favor that it should, Brian Hicks and teammates should be the leaders as they start coming around to pit road entry. They are full of fuel, going to be able to keep it going. Perrin Huggins was the previous one in the lead. They're going to get right by him. Shouldn't have any issues. And there they go. There's all the second-time pitters. Absolutely flying around the track right now. Perrin Huggins did make it out in front of him. He is about... Let's see if we can look at this. That is Drew Jawa, Brian Hicks, Tyler Lonan right there. Perrin Huggins getting pushed by the 26 of Jonathan Evans. They're going to be fast enough to stay in this draft. We're about to have this new lead pack form up here. Matthew Heel has now dropped off the leaderboard as he is pit. That is Christopher Pinder that they are coming up right now on. He is about to go a lap down. Ryan Tiller in front of him. Pinder pulls it down to the apron, gives them the space that they need to get up front. And we officially have our first cars that are being scored a lap down. Pinder, Tiller, and Gregory Everett, who's currently sitting in the pits. The 27 currently has the wrong number on because I don't have a 27 on my leaderboard. I wanted to see who that was that got kind of brake checked on the on pit road. Everything seems to have settled out with Drew's connection. And it might just be his car just likes being up front. Brian Hicks falls back into line. Currently the third car on that outside lane. Jonathan Swartz up here in the mix. He's the white and black 58 on the bottom. Some next-gen drivers have definitely risen to the top here. Casey Brown is up here in this mix. He's in the 98 John Deere truck. As we hit lap 19, we are almost a quarter of the way through this. How's it going out there, Pinder?
You know, just wanted to chill out and run, so doing exactly what I wanted to do.
Everybody is
Just
single
earned some
file,
laps,
man.
get a different perspective on the race, what we usually see in the booth.
Yeah, everybody is single file. Like, it is pretty significant. Let's go to the fan cam. That's your lead pack. Let's see if we can find pack 2 real quick. Pack 2 is going to be led by Caden Dietrich. That's right behind them. Also single file. They're probably going to stay that way because they want to catch the leaders. Then the next pack is going to be led by Sam Hins, which is just him and Josh Parent. Our next biggest pack, you can see it right behind him. That's going to be led by Zach Zaldivar, another hard hitter out here in the Next Up series. Him, Doug Azell, Kevin Ritchie, Travis DeLeon, Matthew Hill, Matt Frady are all going to be in that pack. After that, you're going to have cars like 1 or 2 cars here. Zachary Beekman, after his pit road catastrophe there, he has dropped all the way back to P30 after being in the top 5 almost the entire race. He is all the way back here. Wyatt Garrett, him, Ryan Tiller and Christopher Pinder have stuck with the lead pack now. That's going to be your battle for the lucky dog right there.
I'll let Tiller have it. I'm not racing anyone right now. It's not my race.
True. Who is this on the outside? Brian Hicks is falling back. Jack Clements is back there. The 51, yeah, Chad Adams. Chad Adams was just stuck up top. And I think he's going to let all the leaders go by. He's just going to stay in that top lane.
Oh, it looks like that second lane's going to draft up and try and...
Yeah, we might have some action here. They either have a choice of going around Chad, and that's the option they're going to go for. I think they're all kind of confused at what they want to do. 51 of Chad Adams kind of stuck in the middle here. That's the 74 of Jonathan Dolly. Jonathan Dolly connects with him and says, I'll take you up to the front, buddy. Best thing that could actually happen for Chad Adams right now is get unlapped the hard way.
Oh, I think he's more than one down.
Chad Adams, I'm currently showing... Yeah, he's 2 laps down. So he's going to need some stuff to happen. Drew Jawad back up there blinking. In the middle. Not a real big factor with anybody right now, but Drew is blinking a little bit in that 38 car. Right now, your top 5 is controlled by 4 next-gen drivers. Perrin Huggins, Sam Demian, Jonathan Swartz, and Casey Brown. And Jonathan Evans is just reaping the absolute benefits of this. We have some pretty fierce competitors in the Next Up series that should be able to hold their own with the next gen drivers. And if anybody's going to do it, I think it's, oh, we got one going down. That's going to be it. That's going to be the caution. Oh, it's a pileup. It's an absolute dog pile. Drew Joie missing the front nose of his truck. Oh, it's not looking good. Not looking good. Pender makes it through it. Everybody else kind of checks up. The smoke is clearing now as more drivers start to approach the accident. Should be interesting to see what happened there. We're going to go ahead and check it out. All right, so obviously in turn one, I have a few 4Xs that came out. I think Gregory Everett, though, he checks up down here. I don't think that has anything to do with him. Jake Niparis, though, I think this is where we're really going to find out everything that happened. Let me turn down that iRacing audio. Jeez. There it is right there. So, on board right now with Jake Niparis. So, the 74 Jonathan Dolly gets Chad a little loose. Chad comes down and hits, I believe that might be Jonathan Evans out of the... No, Jonathan Evans comes up for the block. He hits the 121 out of the way. And then that's when the... everything just starts piling on top of each other. Maybe a few Arca breaks. Not too bad, though. The rest of the field seems to check up pretty well. There's a few guys that just went flying in there, but you can see most of the people on the brakes. Some people just getting hit by residual bouncing off the wall. But overall, I mean, it was really like up by the bump between Chad Adams and Jonathan Dolly. I think this just goes down as a racing deal here. Yeah, that Evans gets up top. He's looking for that push. He's trying to get that dub tonight. Evans gets loose. The 121 of... who is that next-gen driver? 121 is going to be Sam Demian. Sam Demian just gets...
You hate to see it.
Yeah. He just gets wrapped up in all of it. No fault of his own. Drew Joie, you can see blinking out there. He's gone until the wreck reappears right in front of him. And then he absolutely loses the entire front end of his car. Sam Demian in the pits right now getting repaired. Drew Joie sitting pretty good in the standings. But right now he's going to be on pit road. Whole front end of his truck is missing. Don't think he's going to be able to keep much with the draft. His night might be done. Jonathan Evans, though, did take P1, though. After everything's all said and done. Brian Hicks has fallen back to 17th. Sam Hins, Dylan Dreiling. Few people got all shaken up. Clay Sarton, who was leading like the, I think that was the second or third pack, he has recollected now up to P4. Hopefully none of these guys chose to stay out. Unless you're doing it with teammates, I don't think that'll be the right call there. We got a little bit of checking up going on here. The 26 of Jonathan Evans has checked up. I think he's waiting on traffic as Perrin Huggins and Jonathan Swartz have gone by him. Nope. He's going back up around the field. I think he just had to figure something out real quick. Tyler Lonan currently P6. Adam Dow, Noah Swafford, Zach Zaldivar, Alex Chira, P10.
Looks like a next-gen field. I got Tenold, Anderson, Demian. I got everyone with me.
It's true. There's a lot of next-gen drivers. I think there's 12 next-gen drivers in here. More people coming down pit road. Everybody else going to choose to stay out. Lights should go out on the pace car this time. Perrin Huggins, still your current leader. Nope. Jonathan Evans, still your current leader. Lights are out on the pace car. These guys are going to go ahead and start lining up 2 by 2. Jonathan Evans, one of the interesting things in ARS is that the leader has lane choice. Evans going to go ahead and choose the outside. Did you guys know? I just got the best offer ever in chat, Pinder.
What is it?
I got somebody who wants to offer me promotion of my channel, viewers, followers, chatbots. He says the price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. What's a quality chatbot?
Yeah, I would love to know.
Flexible?
Do you want... How do we pay them? With Google Play cards?
Yeah, it's probably like Amazon gift card. No, iTunes gift cards. I think that's the going rate right now.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Flexible order management, panel, chat panel. Everything is in your hands. A huge number of custom settings. Go to whatever that is. Nobody Google that because you will probably get a virus.
Computer just shuts down as soon as you Google it.
Nobody Google that. All right, we are getting ready to go back green here. I need to send old Alan Akbar in the chat after him.
Poor guy's gonna wish he was getting scammed.
One of the things that tends to happen is cautions tend to breed cautions. The field is stacked back up, and we are getting ready to go back green. Jonathan Evans, currently your leader, chose the outside lane. Perrin Huggins on the inside lane. Lap 26, coming to 27 of 80. He's currently your leader. Chose the outside lane. Oh, your speakers are too loud there.
What's going on, guys? This
What's
is
up,
Jeffrey
buddy?
here. Michael.
Oh,
and,
the prize is here.
Christopher.
We are back green. Everybody goes into turn 1 fairly well. I think that's Dylan Dreiling in the middle there. Just a little bit back mid-pack. Let's go check out exactly what is
We
happening.
got one on the apron.
That's going to be Brian Hicks. He drops down to the apron.
Is my pick leading tonight?
Your pick is currently leading. You said you were going to pick Jonathan Evans until he won, didn't you?
Yeah, of course. And maybe still pick him.
I didn't really do a pick to win because in the initial start of the broadcast, it was just me up here hanging by myself. And I feel like I'm just like...
I had some things to do. I'm sorry I'm late, but I'm here.
Is the
Not
application...
acceptable.
Is the iRacing audio really loud? If the viewers are out there, can you tell me? I just turned it down. It was like yellow lining. Listen, I control the cameras and call the race, but listen, chat is responsible for telling me about the volume levels. Evans, Huggins, Dietrich, Schwartz. And then the 13 of Adam Dahl on the outside is going to be your top 5. Schwartz going to go ahead and drop out at this time. The field pretty much all stacked up as they come down the backstretch. We are looking good. Jonathan Evans still holding down the lead, getting pushed by one of the best in the league. Perrin Huggins.
That outside lane up the front does not look like a good time.
It
They were
doesn't.
bumper to bumper to bumper there through 3 and 4.
And they are
Bumper to
wobbling
bumper.
like crazy. I'm telling you, right now for me, like the best spot to be, Dylan Dreiling making moves up there, it would be like around probably where Sean Anderson is. Like you're still with the lead pack, but you're like, you're kind of just hanging out. 3 wide a little bit further back. Adam Dow gets trapped on the outside. Nobody goes with him. Oh, we're getting some door banging going a little bit more up front. That might have involved Andrew Tennell, but we have got some lap traffic coming up here. Everybody should be able to get through it just fine. Yeah, they kind of hit him at a perfect spot. Perfect spot, perfect opportunity. That's going to be... Who was that? Not McQuiggan. Is that Gregory Everett? Nope. CJ Allman? Nope. Ah, Drew. Drew officially being scored 2 laps down. Let's check out the damage on the truck. It's looking better.
It looks pretty bad. I just passed it.
It's looking... I mean, you should have seen it before. It was... it was way worse. He's going to try to collect somewhat of a night tonight. He had some teammates up here, and right now... Dylan Dreiling, one of them, is currently sitting P8. I believe Tyler Lonan was one of them. And he is all the way back in P28, and he's reconnected with Brian Hicks. They're sitting 28th and 29. As long as they can stay together, they should be all right. Not sure if they're down on power. Travis DeLeon to the lead.
One of my favorite things to hear on iRacing.
Travis DeLeon takes the lead.
Wow.
We're going 3 wide for the second time tonight. More cars getting low. 19. Clay Sarton gets bumped out of line. Everybody kind of figures it out, though. Dylan Dreiling in that mess. Overall, not terrible. Everybody seems to be figured out right now. So while they're figuring that out, let's go back to it. Let's see exactly what happened here. Just a minute ago on the backstretch. So... yeah, the 14 goes underneath. That's Sam Hins. He goes underneath the... who's that? Zachary Beekman? Yeah. Which sends Beekman back up into the wall, Beekman back down, and everybody else on the apron, they're just getting out of the way. Good thing about Talladega, though, is it's got that smooth transition back up from the apron, especially in the turn. Makes it real easy. We're back live here. Kyle Ritz says, volume is good. Good. Ozman Cummins says, I'll gift a sub to the first person who answers a trivia question under caution. Well, got bad news for you, bud. We've only had one caution. And Helltrek says, DEGA! I agree, man. This beast of a track. Where did Travis go? Travis has dropped back to P6. Was leading for a little while there. Dylan Dreiling now making a move. Oh, and they leave him hanging. Dreiling gonna start falling back as Sam Hins in that 14 car getting pushed by Andrew Tenold. They have an absolute monster of a line in lane 3. He's starting to get loose. Tenold almost snaps down into Dreiling. And now they're gonna get left out to dry. The 113 of Sean Anderson drops down to the middle lane. He's gonna help those guys out. Didn't like the way the top lane was moving. And now the middle lane has momentum again. Sean is going to jump out to the top side. We're going to go back 3 wide again.
I just told Sean to be more aggressive. I want to see something here.
Sean's got to be careful, though, because his penalty points in Next Up count towards his next gen.
Good, good. It's more points for me in Next Up. Next gen.
He's got enough to risk it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's getting pushed by the 121 of Sam Demian, who was involved in that earlier incident, which brought out the yellow. Doesn't seem to have affected his truck hardly at all. He just got tapped down to the apron, kept it off the wall, though. We're going to stay 3 wide. Dylan Dreiling kind of stuck in the middle here with the 52 of Matthew Heel. Starting to get exciting. These guys are beginning to realize that there's only 46 laps left, and they've got to push. 100% sarcasm, by the way. Pinder, how's it going back there?
I got hung on the outside. I'm racing Tiller for the Lucky Dog, so we're having fun.
Let's go check out the Lucky Dog battle real quick. Oh, you fell back in line.
I had to. Everybody in the highlight just disappeared.
We're back 2 wide up front. Everything seems to have calmed down just a little bit. Jonathan Evans still holding down that P1 position. Everybody right now...
Jonathan Evans has the college truck on when he just did the college race.
We got quite a few of them out here, actually. Quite a few college drivers out here. The college series
I'm pretty much there.
You're pretty much there in college?
No, as Aldevar was talking to me in chat.
No.
That's cool.
We're going to go 3 wide one more time. Let's
Great
check it
idea.
out. Who is that? Who is that falling back? Is that going to be Clay Sarton? Yeah, Clay Sarton chose to opt out of this. He does not like what he's seeing up front and chooses to save his race a little bit by going to the back.
It looks like a wreck up there from back here.
They're actually doing really well.
Just seems real aggressive to me.
It is super aggressive for lap 36 coming to 37, but if they can do it, 3 wide, I mean, 3 wide at Daytona is doable. 4 wide at Talladega is doable.
Not for long.
Yeah, not for very long, but we saw it in real life last fall when all the NASCAR drivers went 4 wide.
Yeah, when the guys who do this for a living professionally did it. Gotcha.
Chris Cloud93 says, caution now, LOL, I want to win it. Who is Chris Cloud? I don't even think I have a Chris in our race right now. No, I have you, Christopher Pinder. That is the only Chris I have in this race right now.
It's not me.
And it's not him. Oh, he said he wants a caution because he wants to win the trivia. He wants to win the gifted sub.
Pendergrass, just give the guy a sub.
Drew says, I just want to understand why Dolly decided to slam on the brakes when he was clear. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll tell you what, though. All cautions are reviewed after the race. And we will figure out exactly what happened there. Dylan Dreiling slides back into line. Gets a push from the number 9. It's a little bit further back here from where my camera's looking. The 9 of Noah Swafford. The 113 of Sean Anderson. They're still trying to make it up front. He's getting pushed by that elusive number 27 that I don't have a number for. Oh, that's Joshua Parent. Joshua Parent can't help but exclaim my appreciation for you running the wrong number on your truck tonight. Really helps me out in the broadcast booth. Jonathan Dolly on the bottom lane. He's slowly falling back there as he slowly falls out of camera view.
We're gaining on that back. We almost got him.
Oh, they're 2 by 2. And right now, that is not helping them. But the leaders, and I would say it's all the way back to Noah in the 9. Actually, he's about to get overtaken right now. Back to Dylan Dreiling. I mean, they were single file. But Sean Anderson is now making an absolute run for the front, getting pushed by Joshua Parent, the 14 of Sam Hins right behind them, and the 45 of Andrew Tenold also in this mix.
We are 2 laps from everybody being out of fuel.
Pit
It's gonna get
stops
interesting.
are going to happen here in just a second, and let's see if we have any takers that start to bring it down pit road. As of right now, nobody.
This is going to be the whole field pretty much coming in at once, too, so.
ATVO has an automatic pit stop notification button on their broadcasting software. You know what's great about it? It works half the time. So, Sean Anderson has now taken over the lead. Joshua Parent did it. He got him up to the front. Sean Anderson drops down to the bottom. He is now teed up with Jonathan Evans. Let's see if pit stops start to happen right now. Sean Anderson, Perrin Huggins, Evans. We've got some massive checkups. Can everybody make it? Perrin Huggins with the pit entry of the century.
Wow.
Passes 3 cars. We got more trouble in the back. Cars sideways, but they make it into their pit box safely for the most part. I really want to look at that again. Perrin Huggins, let's take it back to his pit road entry real quick.
Busting the moves out going into pit lane.
Perrin Huggins is currently sitting P6. Drops it all the way down to the apron. Passes everybody. And then gets P1 into the pits. Amazing work by Perrin. Joshua Perrin, now your leader. The only truck still out on track. They're going to have to come back and get some fuel as they start right now. Tyler Lonan coming down. Brian Hicks the 13 of Adam Dow, and Clay Sartin. These guys all slowly making their way down pit road. Everybody else kind of lap cars in the mix here. We got Tiller, Pender coming down. Jonathan Evans, though. Perrin Huggins still came out of the pits, though, about P6. Sorry, P5, when everything comes back around. Jonathan Evans should be your registered P1. Let's see how this works. That's your front pack right there. They should be passing the leaders right here on their left-hand side. There goes 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that was second pack, though. I think there's a pack that made it out before these guys. We're about to find out here in just a second. Nope, because there goes Josh Parent. Jonathan Evans moves back up to the lead. Getting pushed still by the 24 of Caden Dietrich. Actually, that's a new car up front here. Travis DeLeon P3, Sean Anderson P4, and Perrin Huggins P5. We are over halfway now. 42 of 80. Only car that has not pit yet and hasn't needed to pit yet is going to be Drew Joie. Currently 13 laps on his tank. But the leaders are coming up behind him quick. Drew, you're not doing anything right now. If you want a green flag interview, man, jump in the waiting room. Drew's still blinking a little bit as he falls back. Brian Hicks, Tyler Lonan, they have now moved up to the lead pack. Doing well, still on the lead lap.
Did I miss a crank it up yet?
You did not. Second pack is going to be led by Jake Niparis, and if I'm not mistaken, they are catching that lead pack right now. They're not far enough back to where they are out of this. They're only 1 second off that final car. And if they can just keep it connected, him and the 12 here of... Sorry, that's Tiller up front. Tiller is in the 23. Jake Niparis is this 2 car. Doug Azell is going to be the number 3 car. If they can get this tighter, never mind, they don't need to. They've already caught the pack. Evans, Dietrich, DeLeon, Anderson, and Huggins, your top 5. They are all single file, all the way pretty much back to the P10 position of Sam Hins in that bottom line in the 14 as we get Casey Brown starting to make a run on the outside. Ashish Bachu in the chat. Welcome, sir.
Bless you.
I like that you brought it up, though. We are going to switch it over there to a crank it up just for our boy, the president, Jeffrey Rudick. You ready for it, man?
RFP.
All right, guys. We will be back in just give us a few laps. You guys enjoy the crank it up, and we'll be back in just a minute.
Great job, Mike, carrying the team here.
Yeah. Nice.
Just saw, looked, it's 7.9 now. All that homework you do, right? I just think they're checking up and bobbing and weaving there. That's not that crazy to say. That's me.
That's me. Who, me?
Legend of life. This Lucky Dog battle is amazing. Me and Tiller, we're side by side. I'm on the outside, he's on the inside. Where? That's devastating.
You better step it up, Pinder.
Well, why am I up here battling?
Ooh. Pinder, one step closer.
Get it back the honest way, boys.
Hey, Pendergrass. I hate you. Listen guys, I was doing some of my best race calling for the past like 10 minutes. And
Yeah, it was amazing.
You guys didn't get a chance to hear it at all.
Oh, I heard it.
Yeah, I think they could hear you guys too. 52 jumps up to the top side, Matthew Hill. I gave I think I gave everybody the strategy to win here. And and it's just been on mute. Jeez, Ozman, like just call me, dude. Don't you have me on Facebook Messenger? You can call people from that. Oh, we're getting a little wobbly. Go back to it. Some friends I have here, Pendergrass. Evans, I don't even want to say anything anymore. I just been muted this entire time. Here's your pack 2. Casey Brown, Doug Azell, Jake Nipperis, Sam Hins. These guys stay in single file. They should be able to get up to the lead pack. Jonathan Evans, he's single file for now, but the 52 of Matthew Hill is slowly making his way back up to the front. If anybody has shown some promise on this outside line so far, it is Matthew Hill. The late pit stop strategy has dropped Brian Hicks, Tyler Lonan, and Dylan Dreiling back to P12. These guys are still in prime real estate, though, to solidify a win here at any point. They're just going to have to do it a little bit more harder than the guys of Evans and Hill up front. The good thing, though, is they are still in the lead pack. Casey Brown, you see them catching. They are closing up this gap quick. And then the next pack after them is going to be Jack Clemens, Matt Frady. Those were the guys that we told you were in danger. Well, you guys didn't hear me saying it, but they were in danger of going a lap down. I went over all this already, but you guys missed it. Clemens, Frady, and Sarton were in danger of going a lap down. But their early pit strategy wound up working out in their favor, and now they are sitting P18, 19, and 20 on the lead lap. Matthew Hill has now taken the lead. 62 of 80. We have 18 laps to go, crossing the start-finish line here momentarily. 121, Sam Demian now takes the lead. Demian, Hill, Schwartz, and Evans. Casey Brown just logging the fastest lap of the race on lap 63. That's pretty impressive with a 50.3. Don't know if we are going to get another caution tonight. As we look through the field and everything seems pretty locked up. The only real danger right now is we have a bunch of lap cars in this lead pack. So their fight is different than the fight of the lead pack. And that can...
there's 3 of us fighting for the lucky dog of the lead pack.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is, like, you guys have a different fight going on than what the lead pack right now is fighting for the win. You guys are fighting for the lucky dog, which just may be a position or two in front of you.
It's me, Swafford, Dahl, and Tiller.
And when you have 2 different strategy battles going on in the same pack, that, you know what, Rick Sarah? I'll refund you that 750 because we're not doing... Oh my gosh! One spin! Sam Demian Tits taken out. Everybody else seems to keep it collected. We'll go check that out here in just a second. We're just making sure everybody stays safe. Coming back up on track, Matthew Hill winds up dropping back significantly as he falls back to P10. Sam Demian still falling down the leaderboards as he has now dropped to P20. We'll have to go back and check that out. Let's just make sure everybody is getting back into just double wide racing. A little bit of 3 wide, a little bit further back, but the 14 is just holding his line. Has every right to do so. All right, that seems to be worked out right now. Let's go back and see what exactly happened here with Sam. So Sam is coming down the front, or he is up front. And I think, it's a mixture. It's a bad right push on the right bumper that gets him loose. He'll probably think Sam self-clear, but he did not. It was just a push that got him uneasy and sent him into the front bumper. Great save by Heel to make his way through that. Demian now not fully up to speed. 100% Helltrek. That was sometimes you get the bump draft. Sometimes the bump draft gets you. That's what I always like to say.
Good way to put it.
Wobbly in the middle. The 113. I don't think that is the correct 113. Perrin Huggins is up here. The 113 is Sean Anderson. The 13, like I said, a bunch of lap traffic in here. The 13 is going to be Dahl, I believe. Yeah, Adam Dahl. We're starting some pit stops early. Tyler Lonan, Dylan Dreiling, Brian Hicks have made the strategy call. Let's see how this works out for them. They understand math and how laps and number of laps a tank can get you work. And they have opted to say, we can make it to the end of the race if we just pit right now. And they are taking that opportunity right now as Jonathan Swartz and Travis DeLeon are currently battling for the lead. We're 3 wide. This might be the pit call strategy of the night if they can get a caution on top of that. Because they will get to stay out. Three wide. I see Hicks, Lonan, Dreiling. I see them getting up to speed now. They are on the back stretch. Front pack is getting aggressive. Dylan Dreiling up here. They're exiting pit road now. They should be good to go. Jonathan Swartz not even into turn 1 yet as they just enter right now. The one of Travis DeLeon getting a little... Oh, we're getting a little door bangy. That's a new word. Look it up. Yeah, sometimes what I always say at Helltrek is sometimes you get the math and sometimes the math gets you. It's a famous saying of mine. And those guys got it. Travis DeLeon in the lead. The 77 up front is Kevin Ritchie, and he is lap traffic. He has unlapped himself the hard way as Travis puts him back a lap down. More people opting for pit road. We got Huggins, Dietrich, Sean Anderson. All these guys have realized what the other guys have done. And they've opted to call the pit as well. Listen, Ozman cometh. Britchard merely adapted the dark. I was born in it, okay? That's also a saying I created, not from a movie or anything. Just made it up right now on the spot. More people opted for pit road. Jonathan Swartz comes down, sends it to the wall. Travis DeLeon's going to opt to stay out. He's got the one and only Christopher Pinder right behind him. Chris, tell us what the strategy call is here.
Just helping my friend at this point.
Both on a 15-lap fuel tank right now. They're going to have to pit sometime soon. Everybody else through the field. Here's your early pitters. Dylan Dreiling, Brian Hicks, Tyler Lonan. The guys who pit after them are about 2 seconds in front of them. That's Jonathan Evans, Caden Dietrich, Perrin Huggins, and Sean Anderson. And in front of them is going to be Matthew Heel, who's just coming out of pit road right now. Jonathan Evans should be able to absolutely annihilate that position. The question is, does Brian Hicks and team have enough momentum right now to get up? Brian Hicks is going to have to close up that gap a little bit if they want to start making some momentum here. If we go to their onboard right now, these guys, Tyler Lonan is currently doing 184. The pack in front of him that they're trying to catch is doing 189. So right now, it is not going to work. Zach Saldivar brings it in the pits. Currently being scored P1. Travis DeLeon coming out of the pits. These are all your late pitters now coming out of pit road. Here's the guys who have already pit. Coming around the start-finish line. Jonathan Evans commanded this race pretty much the entirety of it. And he is now back in the lead after his pit call. I thought the Lonan Dreiling Hicks pit call was going to be the one. Helltrek says, we need a backmarker.com. That's not a real website, by the way. It's backmarkershop.com. Backmarkershop.com for all your ARS and YJ Media clothing needs. Offering for sometimes you get the math, sometimes the math gets you. Richie was in the lead. Momentarily. Kevin Ritchie now, let's get a driver update. Kevin Ritchie now brings it down to pit road. Sitting P27, scored 1 lap down. But he did unlap himself the hard way. Shirt. There you go, Helltrack. Just delete the other comment. I don't even know where that site takes you. That might not be a site you want people going to. I don't know what backmarker.com is. It's probably not family friendly, if you know what I mean. All right, Caden Dietrich, Perrin Huggins, Jonathan Evans. This is your lead group. 72 of 88 laps to go at Talladega at the Panda Miranda 210. Hill has somewhat recovered. We got a guy into the wall. Hill now moving up positions. If we're going to get a caution, this is where it's going to be, right here in this lead pack. These guys are battling for the W of the night. Next pack back a little bit. Zach Zaldivar, Travis DeLeon. Those guys are all trying to get back up here. Chose the late pit stop strategy. Brian Hicks, Dylan Dreiling have now moved up to 6th and 7th. They've caught the lead pack. We've officially got ourselves a race. Jonathan Evans in the middle of it all now. Perrin Huggins in front of him. If he can get Perrin Huggins to work with him, he's got a significant partner there to get them to the front.
Well, I'm sure they will, and I'm sure Sean's going to get involved with that too.
Kyle Ritt says TTSL really in shambles tonight. Kyle, I hate how many times you've said that in the past 2 weeks. I feel like you've said that line right there a few times in the past few weeks. Perrin Huggins to the lead. Jonathan Evans right behind him. Jonathan Evans battling for points here. The 64 pushing him. Tyler Lonan. Right now, Perrin Huggins in the lead. Caden Dietrich is your top. Nope, he just lost that position. Jonathan Evans now back to the top for your top next up driver. Currently not sitting P1 until right now. I just have to say it into existence. Oh, we're getting a little bit more dicey. The 45 Andrew Tennell gets stuck on the outside. He wraps it back down, brings it back into position. We're wrecking! The yellow flag is out at the worst time possible. Lap 75. When do you not want to caution at DEGA? When there's only 5 laps to go. That's when you do not want to caution at DEGA. Let's go check this out. All right, so here we are coming around turns 1 and 2. And let's see if we can actually capture what happened here.
Judging by race chat, I'd keep an eye on Tennell and Hicks.
Let's go right to them. Race chat is usually the end-all be-all. Here's Brian Hicks up front. I think this might happen a little bit further back from him. We got some bumping from Dreiling. The 45 of Tennell. Where did he go? There he is. I think this is just massive amounts of people pushing people, pushing people. Oh, it is just an absolute accordion effect. Sam pushes Tennell, which gets into the back of Dreiling, which gets into the back of 52 of Heel. Dreiling does not look like that favored him well, as he is going to slam into the wall. That might be the cost of his night right there. Brian Hicks, let's see how he fared. The truck looks good right now, but let's see how much pressure he actually put into that wall there. I think Hicks might be good. Almost gets Arca brake there. The steering wheel looks good. The truck and the RPMs don't look terrible. Some damage, I think he might be able to get this repaired here. Other than that, who else got wrapped up in that? I think I said Travis DeLeon got a 4X in that. Let's see what happened with him. He might just be collateral damage here.
Pretty standard for Travis, run up front, collateral damage.
Yeah.
Take it out at the end.
He just gets,
That's how his luck goes.
He gets through it pretty clean, but he does get a 4X from it. 121 is Sam wrapped up in that. Matthew Heel, another one. I think he...
man wants a trivia.
I think Heel is going to be probably the luckiest of everyone in this position right here. He gets some contact with Travis right there, but overall, that is enough contact to straighten him out. and have him save the truck well enough to keep it down. Hicks starts coming back down again, and this is the best avoidance right there. Absolutely avoids some front end damage. The very last minute. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I don't think there's an at fault there. I think that is just a racing deal. We had the absolute accordion effect happen, where somebody got pushed, bounced them into another truck. Another one got bounced back.
I don't believe the 15 truck would have his mic on for this.
For what? For who? For what? Who are you talking to?
Oh, no, just somebody was asking something in race chat.
You're talking to race chat. I got you.
Sorry, man.
You're good. Why don't I want to caution that late from Ashish Bachu? So the reason you don't want to caution this late at a place like Talladega is because now everybody can just go absolute balls to the wall. Like there is, the risk versus reward has significantly tipped towards the reward side. Whereas early on in the race, there's very little reward for the risk that you put on the track. Now, I mean, it's all or nothing. If you're sitting anywhere from 10th on back, now's the time that you push it. Mike, can't we get a trivia? Now, Rudy, I thought you were doing trivia, Ozman. Just ask people questions in chat. Do something. Entertain yourself. Would a guy named Charles Ray have supervision? Oh my gosh. Chat has gotten a mind of its own. Lights are out on the pace car. Casey Brown. Who got the lucky dog? That'd be Brian Hicks?
Tiller.
Ryan Tiller won the lucky dog battle. Christopher Pinder, tell us about it. How you feeling?
You know, things happen in life. Sometimes you get the math, sometimes the math gets you.
100%. I think you're quoting a wise philosopher.
Sometimes you're Ray Charles, sometimes you're Jeffrey. It happens.
I don't even know what that one means, but it sounds accurate. We're getting ready to go back green. That was the wrong button. Unless you guys want to watch a Bristol recap. Pinder, Ozman cometh in the chat says, hey, I love the original quote. And he said you should trademark that.
Already on it, buddy. I'm gonna sue Mike.
Best part about it though is he would trademark it. He would trademark it in Canada. I would trademark it in the US.
I'm gonna internationally trademark. You think I'm like a rookie at this?
And then I would just go to war with Canada. Because that's what we do. That's what we do. All right, we are getting ready for the final restart, hopefully, of the night. Like I said, this is all reward for all the risk. Let's see if we can do this without a GWC. This will be a natural.
No, it won't. One more.
Yeah, this will be a natural.
Green,
regulation.
white checkered.
Yeah, this is a natural green, white checkered. We are officially green. Everybody takes it into turns 1 and 2 just fine. Looks like everybody's handling their business. Perrin Huggins back up front. Tyler Lana and Jack Clements up in this mix. Sam Hins. Right now we are single file. Jonathan Evans, the only thing he wants to do is put an exclamation point on a race that he has run pretty much perfectly all night. Not much risk being taken. If they can take it to the white flag, this will be official and in the books. Everybody back here a little bit further seems to be making their way just fine.
There it is, the wrecking.
Oh, they're wrecking in this front stretch. They almost made it.
No, there was one more lap still.
No, that would have been lap 80.
No, it wouldn't have.
Yeah, I have it on.
No, we're on lap 79.
No, you're a lap down.
Sorry, man.
You're a lap down. They almost made it. They almost touched the white flag. Let's go back to the sweet replay view.
On.
All right, something happened up front. let's see where this exactly took place at. Jonathan Swartz. I see him up against the wall right here. This is just another case of a bad push. Oh no, it's a self-clear off the 27 of Parent. He thinks he has the gap there and just does not. Goes to clear up. Parent is right there. Sends it into the wall. The good thing. Oh my! Panda gets tagged.
I think I'm okay though.
At the very end. But for the most part, I mean, everybody makes it through this pretty good. Let's go back and check out Christopher Pender. Unfortunate for him.
I thought I was getting through.
That is that was his chance of lucky dog right there. That final tap. I think you're good, man. Hold on. Do you keep it off the wall?
Yeah.
Looking good. Excellent save by Christopher Pender, back out there on track. There is zero fuel concern right now as everybody has currently pit at least 13 laps ago. And
well,
with the cautions,
there's some fuel concern though.
With the cautions, I think we're good.
You didn't put a fuel tank in, you put enough to get to the end of the race.
Ooh,
right, depends what you did.
So if you were trying to just get enough fuel to where you had a shorter pit stop, you're in some trouble right now. And if that's the case for some of these people like Huggins, Evans, Lonan, all these guys are in the teens as far as pit stops go. When their last pit stop was. Ashish, do you get it now? Do you get why you don't want to caution this late? This is what happens, man.
This is what you want. This is entertainment. This is what the people want to see. Sorry.
This is what That's why she said nope. Still don't get it.
Bless you.
These guys are battling for points, man. This is serious. I bet you race chat is heated right now.
No, it's pretty calm.
All right. Just make
people
it up.
just asking.
Just make it up.
Oh yeah,
Peter.
it's super heated.
It's just
people are just asking if they're allowed to run the apron to save fuel, you know? Normal conversations.
No rule against it. However, there is a rule, no passing under the yellow line. So let's keep the absolute closest image of Jonathan Evans right now. If he even goes past Perrin Huggins by a bumper, I'm disqualifying him.
Poor guy.
Ouch.
Not going to do that, Evans. Great race so far, by the way, bud. You're doing great.
That's my pick.
We have shuffled up the Next
Riddick.
Gens. Next Gens are broadcast on Monday nights for those of you who are new here. And right now, the Next Gens have been shuffled throughout the field. Perrin Huggins still up top. Travis DeLeon, P5. Sean Anderson, P6. Everybody else in the top 10 is a NEXTUP driver. If you guys want to join our league, man, go to raceaffinity.com. You can join our league right there. Just click on the, I don't know, it's probably a join button or something. There's probably something on there. Whatever you do, do not go to any websites that Helltrek posts in the chat, though. We don't know where they lead.
What is the Race Affinity betting odds that we make it to the white flag?
Ooh. I don't know. I don't have it up. I don't have it up right now. Hold on. I can manage a prediction. Do we take the white flag this time?
Michael Max Strenz.
Outcome yes,
happened at the last
outcome
couple?
no. Yes. I have no idea how to do this, so submission, I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds to vote. Start prediction. The streamer or mod will need to confirm the outcome within 24 hours. Okay, got it. Never done a prediction before. Prediction started! Get your votes in right now. Do we take the white flag this time? This is an easy way to get some channel points. Ashish, stop being so confused all the time.
That would involve smoking less weed.
We're getting ready to take the green flag. It's heating up in the Twitch prediction. Twitch predictions are in. It's closed. Voting is over. You guys will now, I will now have to figure out how to tell you whether you won or not.
It'll let you know in 24 hours.
There's probably a way for me to do this. Predictions? Oh, I get to choose outcome. So we're 73% yes, 27% no. We're about to take the green flag this time. Perrin Huggins, Jonathan Evans. Huggins has chosen the bottom lane. We got more lap traffic coming up from the back. That is Josh Parrott. He makes it back up just in time. Perrin Huggins gets the jump. He's going to jump up to the top lane, close that off pretty quickly. We're looking good. Evans, Huggins, Dietrich, Tyler Lonan, Sean Anderson. We are a tight field right now as we head towards the backstretch. Little bit of wobbling closer to the front. The number 12 jumps out of line. That's going to be Jake Niparis. Perrin Huggins throws the block. One car around. Right now we're good. Tyler Lonan up against the wall. Perrin Huggins still up front. Just one car. One car on the apron. More action happening. We're getting closer and closer to the white flag. The field looks good.
We gonna make it? Yes, we are.
We make it to the white flag. White flag is out. Jonathan Evans currently leads the race. We are official.
Just follow me, Hex.
We're looking good. Did we take the white flag? Yes, complete prediction. Congratulations to everybody who won. I don't know what you won. I think you won more channel points. Perrin Huggins takes the inside. They've got some momentum. He's got Matthew Heel on his bumper. The 24 on the outside, though. That's going to be Caden Dietrich pushing the 26 of Evans. Perrin Huggins, he can get the dub right now. His win doesn't matter, though. The real win is going to be Matthew Heel and Jonathan Evans in the back for the Next Up series. Who's going to take that one? It looks like Heel is coming up just a nose closer. Perrin Huggins takes the W at Talladega. Matthew Hill, P2, Jonathan Evans, Zach Zaldivar, and Caden Dietrich lock down the top 5. Everybody else starts to slowly pull off the track.
It's two third place positions in 2 weeks.
Who's that?
He's getting there.
Evans. Yeah, no. Evans, man, that was his race. Top 3 to the broadcast waiting room. I'll get them interviews here in just a second.
Yeah, you will.
Perrin Huggins should be up front there, burning it down here in just a minute, getting some love taps from his next gen drivers as they all come around to congratulate him. Matthew Heel, though, really the next up winner of the night, as he locked down the P2 position, the top driver of Next Up. Again, Jonathan Evans, who has left the building. Great job to him. Absolutely dominated that race. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Amazing performance from Evans. All right, what's going on in chat while I'm waiting on these guys to join the waiting room? I'm living in a prison on planet bullshit. What are you even talking about? Oh, let's see what else is going on. Oh, that's why. Helltrek predicted no. I hope you didn't bet a lot. I hope you didn't bet a lot. Brian X, appreciate the raid, man. Question for you both. Is NASCAR driving today too complicated? That's too long, didn't read, Ashish. Masterflex is great race. Wheeling and dealing. Rooting for president.
Yeah, come on.
Caden, solid P5 though. That was pretty action packed there at the end. TTSL says they're going to be heading into the off season for some research. Who was that? 23XI. Just build you a brand new facility. Eltrek says I bet all my channel points on no. I could have accidentally thrown the button for you, man. All right, let's go in reverse order. Let's get Jonathan Evans in here first.
You guys
Awesome.
had.
Oh, Jonathan Evans, mid conversation, man. Welcome to the broadcast booth. Say what's up,
Thanks for having me, guys.
dude. After an absolute domination of this race, tell us about what happened near the end, trying to get back up to that P1 position.
Man, I'm so sad. Do you guys have the numbers? How many laps did I lead that race?
It doesn't matter because you didn't leave the last one, and I feel your pain in a deep way, man.
Yes.
It doesn't give it to me live, but I will be able. It'll say it after this race. I'll be able to tell you.
My pick was wrong again.
Yeah, Rudik. I don't know, man. I was feeling so confident going into this race. I just had the College Series race yesterday. Good practice, but yeah. When Perrin chose the inside on that last restart, I was the happiest man because I thought the outside was going to prevail, but more numbers on the bottom, more momentum, and yeah, just wasn't meant to be. But yeah, it was a really fun race. Another great showing. Always happy to get a top 3. Even though we were so close to the win. Yeah, we were so good. The group that I was pitting with, all of us, we were so good coming on and off pit road. And yeah, we had a good race, but it just wasn't enough, and it is what it is.
Yeah, something that's the thing about super speedways, man, is like everything could be perfect, but then that one person or two people just get that little extra push at the end, and it ruins everything for you.
Yep.
Who was your teammates? You said you guys had a bunch of. Give a shout out to them, man. Who was everybody that you were pitting with and that you guys were completely synced the entire race with?
Yeah, so I was pitting with Caden, Jack, Perrin. Well, Jack in the beginning, but he got separated from us, unfortunately. And Sean, we were all trying to come in as a group together. And, we really did a great job getting up to the front and trying to control both lines and control the race. And, I'm happy for Perrin. I'm glad that he got the win. But, yeah, it was
Yeah,
it was
come
a
on.
good race for us.
Well, I got news for you, man. Rudik's gonna keep picking you until you win, so you got that going for you. Hopefully, it's not bad luck at this point, though.
You're not wrong. He's getting one.
Where are we next week?
Next week we head to I can tell you in less than 3 seconds here. Next up schedule, we go to Nashville. Nope, Homestead.
Oh, don't pick me, Rudik.
I'm still picking you. You better be
Okay.
practicing.
And it's
well,
Homestead.
practice.
It's Homestead in the Xfinity car.
Yeah, don't.
Well,
pick
that'd be a
me,
good
Rudik.
race.
That should be a good race.
Yeah, I'm getting up a hosted session for you. Don't worry.
All right, I'll be there.
All right, Evans, another great show, man. Another great points day. Especially, we have that bonus for most laps led. I think you might have locked that down, so we'll find out here. But yeah, great race, man. Any shout outs before you get out of here?
No, just a great league. Happy to get the bonus points. Hopefully that pushes me further up the standings. So I'll be racing and hopefully I'll be racing in next gen next year. But yeah, thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. No worries. Have a good one.
You too. Peace out.
There it is, Jonathan Evans. Let's keep our reverse order going. We're gonna go up to P2. Matthew Heel in the booth. Say what's up, dude.
Hey, how's it going, Michael?
Pretty good, man. We're just hanging. You would.
I'm good too. Thanks for asking.
He didn't ask you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So Heel, registered as a part-time driver. Every race you show up to so far, though, you've put on very commanding performances. What was the strategy call tonight? Who were you working with, and how did you solidify that P2 position?
I was working with me, myself, and I tonight. Just nobody really wanted to work with me, and late in the race, after I got in that crash, I just kind of found myself in a decent position and just kind of rode around and ended up with a P2. We wanted to go for the lead, but unfortunately, there just wasn't a gap and had to kind of settle. But really happy this automotive consultants planter box direct truck or Toyota Tundra was super super fast up until that wreck. I thought we were out of it, to be honest. We got in that first little skirmish about midway through the race and never had time to repair it. And then that last wreck, my nose was pretty caved in, so I'm just kind of happy that I had the speed to keep up and solidify a really good finish. But just happy to be here, and I think I could do the next 2 races. So I'm looking forward to more.
Yeah, and I honestly thought that second wreck where you almost got sent down into the inside wall. I actually thought you got out of there fine. You're saying that the truck, though, didn't feel as responsive coming back up to the line?
I don't know what. It didn't feel like I had heavy contact, but my nose was pretty bowed in, and it was just driving really, really funky there on those last couple of restarts. I'm sure being nose to tail with not a paper's worth of gap probably attributed a little bit to it, but it definitely felt a little bit underpowered.
Damn, man. Well, it's still a solid showing, man. Solid points day. Any shout-outs you want to get in before we get you out of here?
I got to thank my family and friends that tuned into the broadcast and supported this great league. I got to thank my buddies over at Automotive Consultants, and actually, planning season's almost coming up. Get your planter boxes at Planter Box Direct. Get your flower gardens looking pretty good. Last but not least, I appreciate the broadcast booth for everything they do, and I'm looking forward to more races and hopefully being in here again.
Yeah, man. You good at Homestead?
I feel pretty confident that I'm pretty good at Homestead, so maybe I will see you again there. Oh, there's a lot of really tough competition. I was actually talking with the other guys, and I said this is probably the most intense super speedway race that I ever ran. I just could not make the moves I wanted to, and it was tricky, but we kind of, made it out alive and kind of focused forward in the next couple weeks.
Definitely, man. Appreciate you stopping by the booth. Solid day, solid points day. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, sir.
Matthew Heel, P2 in the position. Let's get to the one, the only, the guy who has won multiple races in Next Gen Series and now has locked down a win in the Next Up Series.
Ladies and gentlemen, Perrin hugging the finish line.
Who, me? Who, me?
Hold on.
What's up,
Yeah,
y'all?
hold on. That was Jeffrey Rudick's intro. Now we've got Perrin Huggins. Say what's up, dude.
What's up, everybody? What's good?
Not much,
What's up,
man.
Aaron?
Tell us about the race, dude. How'd it go? What was the strategy calls? How'd you solidify that P1?
Also, is this even hard for you anymore?
DEGA, yes, it's very hard. I get scared shitless every time I block somebody. So yeah, I felt like the whole race I was very fast on and off the pit road. And that set me up at the end to have a chance to go win it, and then those late wrecks happened, and I was very tied on fuel, and I didn't think I was gonna make it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I saw you on the apron clutching because I was like, man, I wonder if anybody's struggling with fuel here. And I look at you, and you're on the apron just clutching it out. And I was like, and that's when Panda reminded me, like, some of you guys, even though according to pit stops, everybody looked good, he's like, some of the people might have only filled up until the end. So to save some time on that green flag pit stop, you only put in a few of the gallons that you need, which is really going to get risky when you get into that overtime. So glad to see it worked out for you. What'd you cross the line at? Do you remember how much fuel you had left in the tank?
I had 0.4.
0.4. So one more.
I couldn't have gone another half a lap of full speed at least.
Yeah. So another green white checkered, and you're done at that point. You have to pit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I will say that Jonathan Evans, he was excited to see you pick the bottom lane. He thought the top lane was going to get the run to finish the race. What'd you guys do to make sure that bottom lane got the momentum going into 1 and 2?
Well, that last start, I think Matt Hill had the inside rolling with his big pushes, and Jonathan is my friend, so I don't think I would have blocked him, and thank God he didn't have a run there.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy, man. What shout outs you want to get in before we get out of here? Especially any shout outs on track for helping you lock down that position.
Oh yes, sir. Shout out to Caden, Sean, and John Evans, and also Matthew Hill for getting me that when him and I have had a beef in the past, but we've moved past it and we're fine, I guess. Now we're chilling.
Nice. That's awesome, man. All right. Perrin Huggins, congrats on the dub, dude. Good points day for Next Up, even though those points don't matter to you. But, still, it's still nice to come out and win a race and show the Next Up guys what their competition is going to look like next season, especially for those ones that get promoted. Congrats again, Huggins, and we will catch you on Monday.
Yeah, sir. Thanks, guys.
Perrin
Congrats,
Huggins, P1, locked it down. Man, what a race. What a race. Pinder, tell us how it went on track, dude. And your battles for the lucky dog and never getting it.
It's fine. Like, you kind of just hope to have races like this where it's that clean and that hard, and you've got 3 different battles going on in the pack.
Yeah, that was the crazy part, was there were so many lucky dog battles in that front pack on top of the battle for P1. And usually that ends in catastrophe, but for us it ended in just 3 wide amazement for probably the last 10 laps, which was really great to see. You always hate to see that last caution unless you're Ashish. Congrats on the last caution, buddy. But yeah, great race.
It's hard to call this a developmental series at this point.
Yeah, these guys are amazing racers. For those of you who don't know, if you are new here, man, we are currently broadcasting Next Up, and like Pinder said, that's the developmental series. So these guys are all trying to get promoted into our Monday night series, which is Next Gen. And that's, some at the end of this season, some Next Gen drivers will get demoted, and some Next Up drivers will get promoted. So it all winds up working out, and it makes it super competitive. And I will tell you, both fields right now are super competitive. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next season in Next Gen series, as well as the new drivers that keep coming into the Next Up series. As far as next week, Monday, Next Gen's over on YJ Media, twitch.tv/YJ Media. You could check us out there. But more importantly, and probably the most important broadcast of our week, is going to be Saturday night, Super Saturdays. You guys can join us right here. Hopefully some of you have been in here just collecting channel points, because come Saturday, you're going to need them. You get to control the race as the viewer, and it's going to be a good time. Perrin Huggins, Heel, Evans, Zaldivar, Dietrich, Sarton, Anderson, Frady, Hins, and Clemens, your top 10. We'll keep going through the field just a little bit more. 17 finished on the lead lap. Brown, Tiller, Hicks, Tenold, Niparis, Parent, Lon, and Pinder. First car scored a lap down. Dow, Brandon, Bass, and P20. Chira, Swafford, DeLeon, Richie, Demian, Beekman, Adams, Valley, Herring, Jonathan, Swartz after a wreck getting scored 6 laps down. And then it just all goes to hell from there. Dreiling, Ezell, Garrett, these are all people who wound up getting taken out early on in the race or wound up never taking the grid. As far as some people getting disqualified down there in P40. Other than that, that is it for tonight. That was the Panda Miranda 210 at Talladega. Hope you guys had a good time. Pinder, Rudik, thanks as always for joining me in the booth, guys.
Thanks for having me in the booth.
Yeah, thanks for having me, bud.
And we will catch you guys on Saturday, 3-4 days from now. What is Saturday? What is today?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. All right, so yeah. The mathin'. We'll catch you on Saturday, however many days
3
that
more
may be.
sleeps.
3 more sleeps till Super Saturday. It's going to be fun. We're going back to the Battlegrounds, which is always a good time. So you guys have a good night. We will see you on Saturday.